Let's sell this fabric. And this one. Let's sell all this fabric. Do you have fabric that you need to destash? I'll show you how and make money at it too. But today I want to talk about how I made $776 selling my fabric that I wasn't going to use. I still have tons of it here, but just the fabric that I was not going to use. Okay, if you have decided that you are going to destash, the very first thing you need to do, in fact, the minute you get done with this video or even this section, you need to go to USPS.com and order bubble mailers and order I can't remember what it's called. I'll have a link in the description and I'll have it all set up for you. But there's a 4 box that you can buy, a large box, and it comes with 2 medium boxes and a small box. You want to order that. They will send it to you for free. You don't have to pay a dime for it. You have to go through and act like you're checking out and buying it, and it'll have a screen that says success, and they will send it to you. It will take a while. You want to make sure that you have these bags before you post pictures. Your mailman will deliver it, but you can use that to say, okay, this person needs a large box. You could also go down to the post office and get 8 large boxes and 2 of the different types of mediums, and I wouldn't even mess with the small boxes. The bubble mailers you will not find at the post office. They don't keep them there on hand. You must order them. Okay, so this is how they come. Those are the bubble wraps, and this is the boxes. I will say this, that as you do this, organization is the key to getting this done effectively and to make money on it. If you have all cottons, then it doesn't matter. But somebody who's looking for fabric doesn't want to look through 8 things of flannel to find 1 piece of cotton, to scroll some more in a piece of minky, scroll more and there's 2 more flannels. Organize it. Nobody's going to go through 265 pieces, pictures of pieces to find the 3 or 4 objects. It's just, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. You would do much better to do a post with just 10 pieces that you are selling that are apparel fabric. And I know some people are going to say, well, you know, if you mix all that in, somebody might see something that they like that's flannel and buy it. Baloney! It's not going to happen that way. People just get frustrated because they're scrolling, and if you live in the country, it takes the pictures forever to load. They're just going to get frustrated at finding so many different things that they're not looking for all mixed in. It'd be like going to Walmart and trying to find women's shoes and having to go through milk and I don't know, toothbrushes and men's clothing and everything to find, oh, I found a pair of shoes, it's the wrong size. Okay, now I've got to keep going through the chips and like, it's organized for a reason. And if you want to make a lot of money, have it organized. Again, organization is the key to this, okay? Organize it. Do 6 days with 10 fabrics per day or whatever it is, but organize it. You will sell more, trust me. These are basically like usable apparel fabric. These in the middle are kind of like vintage. They have shine to them. This is all I have of fleece, like in the whole house. I'm not a fleece person. This stuff here is minky. A lot of different colors of those, and until I realized I hate working with minky. And these are all my sequin stuff. My girls love princess dresses, but we're beyond that stage. This is just like lining, and this is weird apparel fabric that I think actually might make some money. This is all tulle and like wedding-ish stuff. Like, I don't know what you would call this, like decorator fabric. Like this is a burlap, but it has Eiffel Towers on it. Just weird stuff. This is all like sheer. Again, some of this stuff is like sequency and stuff like that. Some magazines I'm trying to get rid of. And last, this is my pile of knits. Alright, so some of the tools that I started out with was paper and the ruler and my rotary cutter, a blade that was old and I wasn't going to use. You don't want to use a fresh one. paper is not good for blades. And a pen. And I cut up what I thought was going to be plenty of little pieces of paper. And it ended up being nowhere near enough. I actually had to cut out paper another 2 times. I did 338 pieces of fabric. When you measure, make sure, and you're going to put information on that label, make sure that you put how much yardage is, because you don't want to be taking pictures and having to remember what the yardage is or looking at a chart or something. Write on that label what the yardage is. Also, I put a number on it. So you saw me make all these stacks of paper, and they don't have to be anything specific. I just kind of like to make mine generally all the same size. And then I put the yardage on there, and then any special note. Also, you notice on here, like I did a number like 16. I just want to be able to know that somebody bought 16 rather than getting the green mixed up, the satin green mixed up with this green, because that would be really disappointing for somebody, or trying to figure out, wait, how many yards is it, and having to unfold it. I just numbered everything so that I knew that number meant that it went with that thing. Again, the more organized you are, the easier it will be on you, and the more that you'll sell. I still have a whole tote of flannel that I'm gonna get rid of, and a box of Christmas that I'm gonna get rid of. So still have a lot to do, and I'm at number 89, I think, so far. So I think I may be halfway through. Keep going, I guess. Do not try to sell fleece. It's too fat. It's just not economical for people to buy it. It's not gonna sell. And then once you have everything labeled and measured, you can take pictures of it. And I wish I could show you film of my 2 girls helping me. I would take pictures. The one would move the fabric, the other one would put it in the bin, and then I would take the picture and move the fabric, put it in the bin. It was a well-oiled system, but I had to use my camera to take pictures of it, and I didn't have a secondary video thing to take video of it, but it would have been the most adorable thing. You have your pictures taken, your boxes are ordered, they've already come. Wait till they come to do this. There is wording that you can use. I put it in the description down below that you can use for this. You can just copy and paste it. You can tweak it so that it fits your style. When you go to post, have one picture that's included in the original post. Make sure it's a really good picture, fabric nice, neatly folded, because that will what will draw people in, entice them to look at what you have. And then put each individual fabric in the comments with the yardage and what it is and how much it is clearly listed, either in the original post or in each comment. Once you start posting pictures, I recommend that you don't stop posting pictures and prices. Don't answer questions, because people get into a rhythm of watching you post fabric, and then if you stop for a long time, they get distracted. It's in your best interest to keep everybody on your post for as long as possible. So keep posting all those pictures until you get to the end, then go back through and answer questions. My numbers were a bit too small for me to see in the picture, so it was kind of a pain in the neck. I should have put the number and the price there, but hindsight's 20/20, right? When you're done posting all your pictures, you say something like, "That's it." That way people know that you're done posting, and they can go back through and shop again or whatever. They don't have to worry about trying to be the first one. If you are on a laptop, leave the laptop. If you're on your phone or iPad, whatever it is, close it out, because Facebook, for some reason, the order gets changed. I don't know if it's the timing or why all that works. I'm sure it's not nefarious reasons, but things get mixed up. So turn the post off. Don't start granting things to people, because it will be different when you refresh the screen. So take a 10-minute break, take an hour break, tell people you're going to invoice them tomorrow, whatever it is, but take a break for a while and let Facebook figure out the order, and then come back to your post. And then you have the long process of writing everything down, what this person wants, and writing it all down. and then have, okay, this person wants this, and writing it all down. There's many different ways you can do that. You can go each picture and write down, then you have each fabric accounted for. I'll leave that up to you. But I will say, if it helps, if you have a page for each person, invoice people as soon as you can. If you can't invoice because listing the pictures took you till 10 o'clock and you thought you were going to be done at 8 o'clock, it takes time. Then you just tell people at the end, hey, look, I'm going to invoice tomorrow and invoice tomorrow. Don't wait 3 or 4 days or a week to invoice people. That's just, you're asking yourself for trouble. Invoice as soon as you can. And that leads me to PayPal. If you get people's email address, then you can go over to PayPal. You must have a PayPal account to do this. You can go over to your PayPal, and there's a section on there that says Manage Invoices. And if you click on that, there's another section in there that says Create Invoice. You can also find that from your home page as well. You can create invoices and then put on there the fabric, a description of the fabric, and the price for each line. Don't just go, okay, this is your total, this is what you owe me. People can be kind of suspicious of that, especially because we all tend to buy more fabric than what we think we bought. And we think, you know, I probably spent about $20, $30, and the bill comes back and it's $55, and you're like, eh. But then if you have all the fabric listed, then they're like, yeah, I did pick out all that, so I'll just not have Starbucks this week or whatever. So make sure you list out all that. Use the invoice one. If you use the friend-to-friend request of money, again, you can't invoice all that stuff out. If you use the friend-to-friend, PayPal doesn't take a piece of it. If you use the invoice method, PayPal will take a piece of it. And that leads me down to, once you've listed all the fabrics out, to shipping. How do I figure out shipping? Okay, there are some things that people do. Some people say, I can't figure out shipping, it's flat rate. I use a bubble mailer, I use medium-sized mailer, and I use the large box. If you go beyond that, you're on your own, okay? I'm not doing anything other than flat rate because they don't want to weigh things or measure things. That's your choice. If you want to try to weigh things and measure things, you might get more people to buy your stuff. I would say that out of, I didn't even count how many boxes I sent out. Probably 50 boxes I sent out. There was only maybe a 10th of those, maybe 5 of those that I actually weighed. I used to have my own business, so I have a scale that I actually weighed to make sure. Now this is important. Do not try to guess the weight. This is just a bad idea on so many levels. You cannot guess. You will end up spending more of your money. You might even lose money in this. Do not try to guess. If you send something first class, it might be up to $5. If you have to go above that, it jumps. It goes to like 10 bucks. And at that point, you could have put it in a bubble mailer for $7.55. So some people only use flat rates. If you have a scale, then you probably already understand the shipping method anyway, but I'll go over it. Anything that is just below 16 ounces and below can be mailed first class, which is cheap. And then once you go above that, you want to go in a bubble mailer or a medium-sized box. There's 2 different sizes. Then there's a large box, and then if you want to go over that, then that's where it comes in handy that you kept those bags that the boxes came in that they shipped to you. I stuffed that full too, and I taped it up and around and over, and I sent that because it's already that tough plastic. You don't want to just get a Walmart bag and tape it up really good because there could potentially be problems with that. What are the cost of the flat rate mailers? A bubble mailer, PayPal is going to charge you $7.55 as of August 2019. The medium-sized box, either one's going to cost you $12.60. The large box is going to cost you $17.80. Once you have your shipping figured out, you've sent your invoices, they've come back paid, then you can go through and organize your fabric. You can even have help with this if you'd like, or do it yourself. We enjoy doing it together and figuring out the fabrics.
$268.
What numbers? Okay, yep.
68. Okay, next is Blueprint BM. What number?
Blue paintbrush.
20.
It's light blue with like paintbrush strokes.
Hey, I found it.
There you go.
What number? Number is 257.
Yes, 257.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what it looks like when you are doing all of your fabric. There's piles. There's my coffee. That's all gone. There's piles everywhere. There's glitter in this. And there's stacks over there. There's a stack over there. Stacks over here. Stacks in all the chairs. More fabric over here on this table. And in this bin, it's crazy town. But I'm almost done. Don't let potential buyers bully you about shipping. Your shipping rate is what your shipping rate is. Do your best to find the lowest price. There's another place where you can go to USPS.com and you can actually get an estimated cost of what shipping is to them. Some people are going to want you to go to stamps.com, and if you went to pirate ship, it'd be cheaper. If you want to do that, then do that. If you don't want to do that and mess with all that, then don't do it and tell them no. And if they don't want the fabric, it's one thing if you're charging $9 a yard. Well, yeah, then they're going to want their shipping cheaper, and I think you can afford to make their shipping cheaper. But I was charging $2 a yard. I'm not going to go hunting around so that you can save $2 on your shipping. I'm sorry. I sold the fabric cheap enough that. And another thing is, fit as much as you can into those bubble mailers. My husband cracked me up because he would look at these piles of fabric and he's like, do we have to fit all that into that little bag? And I would say, oh yes, we can. You'd be surprised. This one package was so full, and I said, I don't think they're going to be able to get this open without like cutting the fabric. He says, oh yeah, they'll just throw it on the floor, it'll explode. You do have to be careful because I have heard of instances where USPS will send boxes back or packages back that are like, you know, here's the large box, and all of a sudden, you know, it's only about this tall and it's like this because it's bulging. Okay, they're not stupid, all right? So just do your best to fit the fabric in there and make it look like the shape it's supposed to be, but stuff it full. Do not ship any fabric until it's been paid for. But then you go back to the manage invoices and you click on the invoice that was paid, and on there should be a place where you can create a label or buy shipping or ship now. There's a spot on there. When you click that, you fill in the information, what size box you're doing. Their address will already be on there, and it'll charge you for the shipping box. You should have already charged them, and it will charge you. So this is an important note. It will not pull out of the money that you have already in the PayPal. It will pull out of your bank account that you have it connected with. So if that makes a difference for you, because I actually got in my account $1,242 and I spent $451 on shipping. Okay, so this is my packages. All the way up there, all the way in here, and in there. And this isn't even all of it. All right, I hope I didn't miss anything. I hope this is informative. I hope it gives you the confidence that you need to go out there and post a piece on Facebook. And even if it makes you nervous, I am the type of person, I'm a go-getter and I can go out there and get it. But the first time I made a post, I was like, oh, I hope this works. I don't know what I'm doing. So if that's you, do like a post that just has like 5 or 10 pieces in it and just do those 5 or 10 pieces, okay? Do what makes you confident and get your feet wet a little bit and make your mistakes and just be honest with people. Even in your description, say, look, this is my first time. Please be patient with me. I'm doing the best I can. And most people will. You'll have a jerk, but most people, no, you won't have a jerk. You won't have a jerk. Most people, I would say 99% of the people on there are super kind, and they want your fabric and they want to pay a good price for it. That's all. All the Facebook destashing sites that I use and enjoy will be down below. If you made it to this extremely long video, I appreciate it. please come back and tell me your success story. I did it. I made this amount of money. I will be so happy to see that. Thanks for watching. Happy sewing.